Hey there, good morning. And it's time for another message from universe. So let's see what kind of guidance the universe has for us today. Got Affirmators morning mantras, oracle mystical moments, wisdom of the oracle, tarot of the magical forest. Very, very cute. Very, very cute. And also note from the universe on love and connection. All right, let's see what comes out. How's everybody doing? I've been working on some personal projects. Very excited about them. Maybe I'll share it with you guys once I get it going. Still kind of in the beginnings of it. But yeah, we'll see. But I'm having a good time. What are you guys working on? Are you doing anything special for yourself that's personal, that's not just for work or other people, or just something that's fun, that's just for you? Are you guys working on any of that? Doing any of that? All right, let's see. Message from universe. What does universe want to talk to us about today? Okay. Ooh, today is a piñata full of unknowns. Time to crack that sucker open and pounce directly on the good stuff. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Love it. Love it. Wow. Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Oracle of Mystical Moments. Message from universe for my YouTube audience. Whoever comes across this video. Weaving flowers. I love it. This is about the creation of your life experience, creation of your physical reality. Oh, you know what I like? Look at how this card talks about the piñata full of unknowns, right? And then this person actually has a flower over her eyes. So it's like not being able to see. I'm kind of seeing it as like not being able to see the physical aspects of it, but like having it be in your imagination, and having the imagination come to life, having the imagination using your thoughts to manifest, to create your reality around you. So I like that this and this thing about being unknown. So this could talk about like you creating something in your life right now that maybe there's still questions about it. Maybe you're not sure what your desired outcome is, or maybe you do know what you want at the end, but you don't know how to get there. So there's some aspect, some part of this that is unknown to you, unseen by you. And I'm getting this message about like fully trusting the process, fully trusting that even if you're not seeing how to get there, or there's some part of it that's just, you just can't picture it, or it's unseen, it's unknown to you, that to trust that if you feel for the joy of it, feel for the excitement, the anticipation. You know how sometimes like it's kind of like a surprise, right? Which this talks about that too. Where in a piñata, when you crack it open, you don't know what's in there. But if you have an anticipation that it's going to be good stuff, that you're going to like it, even if you don't know specifically what it is, I feel like there's that energy right there of like well, how do you want to feel about whatever this is, right? And if we generalize it to not like a specific thing or a circumstance, situation, or like a thing that you're trying to create, but just like your life in general, if you have good expectations and anticipation of whatever the future holds, right? And you say, yeah, I want my life to be a good feeling life. I'm expecting, anticipating that there's good stuff for me down the road, or during the road, on the journey. And then when you have that, then all the unknowns that show up eventually, it's like a surprise and a delight to you. And you're like, wow, I didn't know it was going to look like this. I didn't know it was going to be like this, but I really like it. So yeah. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Wisdom of the Oracle. But yeah, it's like about just having a good feeling inside you that it's all going to turn out good. I really, really like that. When you're joyful, when you're sparkly on the inside, it shows up on the outside too. You see how this unicorn is sparkling? Other people can sense your joy when you're joyful. It's an energy that emanates out, and then it becomes like every aspect of your life could be like a party, could be so much fun, even if you're just going to get a coffee or something and you're sparkling with joy. Oh, this reminds me. Yesterday, I went to the grocery store, and outside the grocery store, there were these two guys, standing out there, and they were, you know what, it was conservation of the ocean or something like that. They were trying to get people to sign up for their cause or whatever. It wasn't, I wasn't really paying so much attention to their words, but like their energy was really fun, right? So one of the guys, they were both smiling, and so as I was approaching the store and they were right in front of it, one of the guys saluted me, right? And then he said whatever his pitch was. I think it was something about conservation of the oceans. But so I saw how joyful he was, and I was like trying to come up with a nice way to say no. Because I just wanted to get in the store and get my stuff and go home, right? And so I was walking towards him. So he saluted me and he was saying hi. And then so I saluted him back, and I said, no, thank you. And we just all laughed because they weren't expecting that I would be so, like, we're both, that our interaction, were both of us were, or all three of us were so happy, but I was turning them down. And I guess that was the surprise. Like, they weren't expecting that, right? But they were very receptive to the joy that I emanated out, even though I was saying no to them. And so I walked past them, and we were all laughing, and I went to the store. And I was shopping for my stuff, and I came out through the same exit entrance, right? And I forgot that they were there. But as I was walking out, the two guys were there again. It's almost like they were waiting for me. And so that one guy who spoke the first time, the one who saluted me, he put his hand to his heart. His other hand was like outspread out wide. And he's all, there's still time, my friend. You have another chance. And then so I put my hand to my heart, and I'm like, oh God, how do I say no to these people and still be nice, right? And then I said, I'm going to have to break your heart. And they're like, no. So we're just all just laughing, but it was all very joyful. And I really liked the energy exchange between us, even though, again, they were offering me something or trying to recruit me for something. And I was rejecting them. But at the same time, it was like a spirit to spirit hello from each of us to the other, like, okay, we have different ideas about, it's like they were offering me something that I wasn't accepting from them, but I was accepting the energy that they were offering about the hello, about the good morning, about the hello, we are friends, that kind of a thing. And it's like, it was a fun interaction even though like nothing came out of it in terms of them signing somebody up for whatever they were doing, but it was just, yeah, it was just something we sparkled, you know, we all sparkled. And I feel like when you're in anticipation of a good time can happen anywhere. And this occurred in like just a few seconds of just walking by these people, and but all three of us just had a really good time, you know, for those few seconds, and we all sparkled. And I feel like this message has something to do with that. There's something unknown, and you can set your energy to be sparkly, and you'll have all sorts of interactions, all sorts of things that happen in your day. They may be small, they don't have to be big things, but that you can have that joy, you know, everywhere you go and all throughout the day and all throughout your days, you know, into your life. And that's what makes a happy life. It doesn't have to be like a huge big thing. I mean, it can be a huge big thing, but it doesn't have to be. And yeah, so that just reminded me of that. It was really fun. Yeah, those guys were great. All right, let's see. Wisdom of the Oracle. Message of the day. Not for you. Ooh, so interesting. I was just talking about how I was turning them down. Even though I was turning them down, there was still a nice energy exchange. That could have something to do with that. This could be a specific message for somebody about being able to differentiate something that somebody offers you that is for you and not for you. And I feel like if you're in this joyful mode of this, like you set your energy, your intention to be happy, you set your intention to create your life in a certain way or something in a certain way, when your energy is going in a certain momentum, even though there's unknowns about what's going to show up, right? That when something that shows up that's not for you, you'll be clear about it. You'll know, and there's not going to be this indecision about, oh, should I take it? Should I not take it? Or should I go this path or this path? It's like the clarity comes from you setting your energy to feel good. Then when something that does show up that's not matching that feeling, you'll have clarity about that. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What's the next one? The next one. Oh, the tarot. Tarot of the Magical Forest. And then there's this other message. It's similar, kind of like in that same vein of the story that I just told, where it's like if something does come up for you that's not for you and you're turning it down, it there's still, you know, like in my story, how there was still an energy of an exchange between us that was good. Like even if something is not for you, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to contain a bad energy to it or like a negative energy to it. It's like, how often does somebody receive rejection or give rejection and then everybody still be happy, right? But it's doable. It's completely doable, because I feel like, especially like in my example with that interaction, it wasn't really about their cause. It was just about three spirits being drawn together by the universe because our energies of joy matched. Okay, so even if you're looking at something that somebody's offering you and you're like, okay, the energy of this thing, you know, is not for me, but the energy between the people who are offering the thing and receiving the thing, or like deciding not to receive the thing, the energy between the people can still be peaceful, or still be joyous and harmonious in that way. But it's just about that thing that's being offered. Like that thing is not my thing, but we can still get along. I'm getting something from that, like that. So kind of like if you have, oh, this just popped out. If you have, well, it kind of popped out like this, so maybe it's upside down. we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the reading goes. But what was I going to say? If you have a disagreement with somebody, right? And say you disagree about some philosophy or disagree about just, you have your opinion about something, they have their opinion about something, and then it doesn't mesh. I'm kind of getting this energy that there's a little bit of a stop energy to that, which I guess this kind of makes sense because Seven of Pentacles talks about that. You know how he's pausing in the middle of his work? Like he's not all the way through to the end of the journey yet. He's kind of in the middle of something and he's just pausing to kind of reassess and take a look at how's it going? Do I like how it's going? Do I want to change something about it? And that's what this is about. And I'm kind of feeling, so for some of you, the message here with that stop kind of energy where it's like, no, this thing's not right for me, or no, I'm trying to decide, do I want to continue on? Do I want to change something? There's some kind of energy here about that. Let me get 2 more cards. Maybe there's, because I feel like this part of the message with that stop energy is maybe a separate message from what we were talking about earlier. So let me see what else is coming up. So these are group readings, okay? Not every message is gonna vibe for everybody. So you kind of have to watch it, listen, and feel for yourself, like which part of the message or messages apply to you and your situation and your life right now. For some of you, this could also be like an energy that you're not aware of yet that's coming up, okay? And I'm looking at the timeline of like maybe the week coming up after you watch this, that there's this energy that's in your space right now that hasn't manifested yet. You might not be aware of it. And again, there's this energy of like unknown and unseen, right? So pay attention to the week that's coming up and see if something like this shows up and yeah. Let's see, let's see what else the universe has to say, because I feel like there's 2 more cards coming up for the tarot. Okay. Ace of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, this is really interesting. Okay, I'm going to pull the last card from the Notes from the Universe because there is a message coming through and it has like a contradiction to it. It's so interesting. So I want to see what this last card is, so maybe we'll get more clarity and then I'll talk about it. Okay, so notice this little foxy guy is the same foxy guy right there. So there's a story that's emerging from this. Okay, let me put that up there. There's definitely something being offered. Ooh. And they're saying one more. Things are about to get really juicy. Ooh, I like that. That's very similar to this. And even like the pinky purple colors are like right there. Oh my god, it matches so good. Because like look at the little hairs with the blue, right? It's like these blues right here. These 2 cards match so perfectly with the colors. Okay, one more. Oh, so perfect. You know what to do. Okay. I get it. Okay. So there's definitely some kind of offer, because if you look at this hand coming from the clouds, the sky, right? It's kind of like the either the universe is offering you something, or somebody unknown, or there's something that's just gonna show up that's offering you something. Okay, and the wands talk about like inspiration, idea, taking some kind of action. And so you notice this hand, and then there's also this hand right there, right? And so I was talking about contradiction in the sense that usually when you get any aces, it's a yes card, like go for it. Any kind of like ace of swords, ace of pentacles, like usually it's the universe telling you yes, and here's an offer, and take it, take the action on it. But here's the offer that says take the action and saying yes, and then here's the offer that says not for you. So there's that contradiction, you know. And maybe that's why this card came out where it talks about pause. Take a look. Oh, and notice that he's holding a wand right there too. He's looking at the wand and he's pausing and looking and see, is this the right thing for me? And remember how I was saying this card flipped out of the deck and it was like this? So there's something that stopped. There's something that's being offered to you that's showing up where you have to decide, am I going to take it or is it not for me? Okay? And the Knight of Pentacles here, and remember how I said the foxy guy is the same guy? The Knight of Pentacles talks about somebody who's steady and sure and moving at a slow pace. Somebody who's not going to just fly by the seat of his pants and just willy-nilly just take anything that shows up. It's somebody who really takes the time to think about something, mull it over, make sure it's the right thing to do, make sure it's the stable course, right? So I feel like the way this came out reversed, which I don't usually read reverse, but if the cards show up somehow reversed, and this one just like flipped out when I was shuffling, right? And it came out like this, it's universe is really telling you to pause and really look at this and see if it's something. Take your time to really look at it and see if it's something that you want. Okay. And sometimes it could be that it is something that you want, but you have to set your energy for it in order to make it go well, in order to make it go the way you want it to go. Because right now there's this kind of unknown energy throughout this whole message, right? There's this unknown energy, and it's not a given that it's going to go one way or another, but that you have the ability to create your reality, to create how it goes, weaving flowers, right? That so say you come up to a crossroads and you can go this way, you can go this way, and you're not sure, and take your time, pause, really look at the signs, you know, on the road, and see which one is giving you this sparkly joy, which one is making you feel the feels, and say, my gut is telling me to go this way, and then take the action on it. And then and then also like presetting your energy before you actually go out onto the road. And when you hit the crossroads, if you're in this sparkly joy, remember how I was saying, like, the thing that's not for you, you're gonna know. Your intuition will tell you, no, this is not the right thing for me. And then you don't have to be mean about like pushing it away, right? You can just like be nice and go, no, thank you, and have a good time, and move on to the thing that is the right thing for you. But take the time to set your energy to how you're wanting it to go, so you can anticipate the good stuff, right? And then once you do that, then you'll know what to do. You'll like things, it's like you'll pick the right thing for you because you'll be so sure of it, because you'll be sparkly about it. So the whole journey of this, whatever this situation is for you, is that there's going to be an unknown, and then you're gonna set your energy, feel good about it, and then that will help you decide which thing is not for you, which thing is for you, and then it's gonna get really good. and then you'll have that certainty of you knowing what to do in that situation. Okay, and this is how you create your reality. Like all of this, I feel like the underlying foundational message and energy of this whole reading, this whole message is this one right here, the weaving flowers, is that you create your reality. And along the way, even if you don't see where you're going, even if you don't see how things are going to work out, if you follow this and let yourself be sparkly, right? You'll know which way to go. You'll know what's not for you. You'll know what is for you. And you can take your time to make these decisions. It's okay. There's no rush about it, right? And then it's going to get really good. And along the way, you'll figure out how to do things, what to do, and you'll know what to do. Okay? Wow, this is so good. It's so good. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.